What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, another Friday Archives, except this one is going to be our last one that we're doing footage from the old computer before we get into the mini DVs. Got John, because this video is when I was riding for Alienation's pro team, John was on the flow team, and we did a joint web edit for Alienation at Hackathon Skatepark, which was
best skateboard ever.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun. These clips are, what would you say, 10, 11 years old?
At least 11. At least 11 years old.
I think Skatepark's been closed about 10 years, so it's got to be 10, 11, maybe 12 years old. If you guys are familiar with Hackathon Skatepark, comment below what era do you think this is. I don't have the mini DV tape to really tell me the date of it, but we're pretty stoked on these clips. Let's just get right into it and see the first section. I did mute the clips because there's a Lil Wayne song.
Which is awesome.
180 no-hander, bar in. So the bar in actually was one of my first ones I think I did. 180 turn down, turn around, whip in. No, bar in. See, that's the reason why.
Yeah, when you said the first bar in, when you were going to go for it, I was just like, no way. I was shaking holding the camera.
Wait. Pause. Who does better turn downs?
This man, because he goes through my whole house, which I love turn downs. I got a lot of pictures, and he points each one, not clicked, not clicked. So apparently he's better at turn downs.
He's got a picture of himself in his bathroom above this little toilet, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm doing my business.
I admire it, but now I don't.
I'm doing my business, I'm sitting there, I'm looking, I'm like, about to piss on his seat because I'm like, bro, that thing is not clicked. He hears me in the other room. He's like, dude, what are you talking about? I'm like, that's not clicked. It's not 270. If it ain't 270, it's not clicked. This is not 1998. It's that right there. That was clicked.
Yeah, that was clicked. That was clicked. It's kind of disappointing when you're sitting on your couch and you're in the bathroom. That's not clicked. What's wrong? And yeah, so I took that picture down. That's all it is.
He burned it. He burned that thing. I had to. Let's hit play. Same line though.
Oh man.
I was running a Alienation cassette at the time. Alley-oop flair. Let's rewind that real quick. A lot of you guys always ask me, am I doing flares opposite? So when I learned flares, I learned them the way I air, to the left, but I would always overexert it and pull out to flat, to the kick plate. And so I was like, you know, I'm just gonna try it opposite. And it started working out. And then John comes around.
Yeah, I started doing flares, and then he noticed I was tomahawking, where you come in like
Actually, I think you were the first one to do, he was the first one in our area to do flares. See, John is like...
Oh yeah, dude, he was the first one at Newport to do it.
He's
Delaware.
He's the test dummy. Right? He is officially the test dummy. Whenever we like went out riding, I'm like, I'm kind of thinking about doing this trick, but like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. John's like, I'll try it.
But the thing is, he words it so funny that gives me the confidence, like, I want to try it. Yo, John, what do you think about it? And then somehow I'm like, I'm going to do it. And I end up getting hurt or end up pulling it, and then all of a sudden he dials it in. It happens.
Well, because I see what you know, what you shouldn't do.
Yeah, what to do or not to do.
Yeah, so I'm going to rewind this real quick, and you'll be able to see in slow-mo, when I do the flares opposite, I actually do like an alley-oop pop, which kind of like corkscrews me down. So I ended up just doing them opposite from here on out, but it doesn't really feel opposite. I feel like I've just always done them that way now, right? I mean...
Yeah, I mean, naturally, yeah. Like I said, I used to turn to the left and do my flares. But when you said I was doing them wrong, I tried my way, and it ends up working out. I'm like, so now I flare that way, but it is what it is. But
yeah, we have some rare footage on the DV tapes too of flare variations. I have flare no-handers. I think you try and flare X-ups.
Yep.
At Union, so we're gonna be diving into those tapes. Whoa!
It's more of a spiral. Oh.
John, this spine, and John. All right. John's like, hey man. I kind of want to whip this spine. What do you think?
It took like 40 minutes to get the confidence to try it.
And he had no brakes. That's what we were talking about off camera, and I was like, we'll save it for the video. You actually had no brakes that day. That was the first day. I think it's a Verde frame. It
is Verde. I got it from Las Vegas.
He took his brakes off, and if you're familiar with doing tail whips, brakes, and brakeless, and John, especially the latest videos, he's like, I always squeeze my brakes, I do tail whips.
Always.
Here, he was terrified. But also, in the same session, on those mini DV tapes, he does do a switch whip over the spine. It took a while, but let's play this.
Clean though,
yeah,
no brakes, no brakes. And then my first alley-oop bar spin.
Yeah, let's go back to that, because this thing right here, and we're gonna play it in slower here a couple times. This thing right here is what they used to call the battleship.
That's what I was going to say, the battleship. That's awesome.
So it was like a, what was it, a 6'4", 10-foot like slanted bank resi
But
thing.
at the bottom, it had transition at it.
Yeah, it was so cool because you could basically do any trick you wanted to, and it was like resi before there was resi. And yeah, it was John's first alley-oop bar, when he's like, oh, I don't know what to do. No hands.
Yep. I was thinking about bar spinning again, but then it's like, just let the hands fly. It was awesome.
Yeah. So now we're at the step up for John. Now this, I know I have a lot of fall footage of John. Right? A lot, because he learned tail whip drop-ins. I don't think you ever did like a tail whip drop-in.
Never even in a quarter, in a bank. Not even. I only think I did flat whips at this time.
I sent a couple off there, and he's like, oh, it don't look that bad. I'm like, dude, just try it, but you got to stay fully committed. And he does bunny hop whips differently than I do. I actually like bunny hop up, and I'll kick it down. He just like shoots off. He like rides off of it and just kicks it and whips it around. Yeah. Another rider, Morgan Wade, does it kind of the same way.
Yeah, how he jumps out. It's just more effort than finesse.
So, I don't know what clip we're about to see here, but
right here, I think I got infused by the slow bar.
Yep, to bar to X in. See, the X in was like a nice little filler to get him into it. Bar-toboggan. We'll talk about that one, because bar-toboggan, I did this same day, but it was a different edit in the last archive video. I did 180 bar-toboggan. I'd never done one before, and it got John motivated to learn this trick. And you can actually see, I mean, he dipped it. Let's slow-mo that. He like dipped that pretty good as he goes up. He's barring, tucking back, and it's a switch toboggan. That's what a lot of you guys might not know.
That's what took me so long, because I toboggan the opposite way. Is how do you spin, catch, and actually dip it?
All one motion.
Yeah. It was so hard. But once you did the 180, I was like, when we get back here, I gotta do it again. So I think it was like maybe the next weekend. Yeah. It took me a good bit of tries.
I mean, you're at height. I mean, it was like that railing right there is like 4 feet, so you're 3 feet right there above the step up.
I held it pretty long. If you hold it in slow mo that long. Yeah.
To roll around, this is the goods.
That was the first time I've ever drop in whip ever.
Yeah, look at that. I mean,
that is definitely Morgan Wade style, though. You can just see it just kicks. I don't even try the bunny hop.
Yeah, watching him roll up to it in the slow-mo, he just doesn't barely even bunny hop. He literally just kicks off of it. I try to get some height because I want to make sure that I'm like away from everything when I'm doing the whip. So if I'm about to bail, there's nothing for me to land on, nothing for me to die. And John, I mean, I'm telling you, we watched some of the archive footage on the DV tapes, and we were just dying. There was a dozen of him just getting tangled up. Tell him about that.
Oh man, just like I know the other one sucked, but the very first one I attempted this, I missed my pedals, and I guess I went under my frame, so I'm pretty much landing on the bottom transition, and I probably slid a good like 40 feet. Like as you can see the drop in, I slid past that roll in over there. And on my back, and everybody's all clapping like I lived. I'm like, yo, I'm proud you clapped that I landed it, but thank you.
Yeah, there are very few idiots like us, like sending tricks up the step up.
I don't think everybody was all street there. Like,
they were pretty
nobody
street.
really went like gnarly like we did.
In the future videos, we'll dive into those mini DV tapes, and yeah, we'll get into that maybe this coming week. But yeah, if you guys are liking this archive series and you want to see more of it, let me know. John actually has a laptop that he has no access to.
I'm trying to get into it. It's password locked, and I just can't figure it out. It keeps locking me out, so I will get it for you guys, I swear.
He can't remember the password, so I'm going to try to figure out a way to get into it, to be able to get into the hard drive, to be able to get the clips off, because I know he has a lot more falls on there, so we can definitely tackle that. If you guys have any suggestions for future videos like this, how-tos, session videos, will it rides, you know what to do. Put them in the comments. If you guys are new to my channel, consider subscribing. We do videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So with that being said, if you like this video, drop a like. If you love it, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.